You're right, lads. It's Mr. B here, and welcome to episode 2 of our Top 100 FIFA 19 player series. And today we're going to be covering the players who are ranked from 80 down to 61. Let's just get straight into it, shall we? Alright, 80 is Raja Nangolan. I've enjoyed using this player for a while now, actually, in FIFA. I mean, he's like a bit of a bulldog, isn't he? He just never seems to give up when you're playing with him. Looking at his card, you can see all his stats are between 75 and 83. It's just a good all-round central midfielder card. He's got the high work rates, which I think is why I like him as well, because he's always, he attacks and he comes back and defends. But there's always been a problem with Nangolan, and that's his 5'9" height and the 3-star weak foot and the 3-star skill moves. This is why he doesn't make it into a lot of elite teams. But even saying that, I think he'll be a very, very popular player and quite expensive, actually, at the start of the game. And he'll probably get some informs and maybe a team of the season as well as the season progresses. But yeah, it's a solid card, and I'd like to use that at the start of the game if I can. Alright, Alex Sandro. This guy was in the top probably 2 or 3 left backs last season, and is from his standard card, and he's kept his 86 rating again. I mean, just look at that, 85 pace. That 65 shot is good for a left back as well. And 77 passing, 81 dribbling, 82 defending, 83 physical. That's a solid left back card. 5'11", high work rate. He's going to get up and down the pitch. 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves is pretty standard. He's from Juventus as well. I think all the Juventus players are going to probably be more popular this season with Ronaldo there, because you can always change Ronaldo's position. He'll probably be a striker to start. You can change him to probably a central midfielder if you want to get the chemistry. So I think Alexander will be a popular card, and a good card at that as well. On to Benatia. There you go, that'll be a nice green link between Sandro and Benatia, because Benatia, once again, looks like a good defender. 70 pace is good, is decent pace for a central defender. You don't get many players that are a lot quicker than that. The 87 defending and the 85 physical is good. 6'2", he's going to win a lot of the aerial battles. Medium high, perfect, because he'll just stay back and defend, and then the weak foot, 3 stars, normal, and skill moves don't matter for a central defender. But he'll be used a fair bit this year, and I don't expect him to be that cheap either. So yeah. Parejo, I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. But yeah, just straight away, 47 pace is just ridiculous. I mean, must be almost walking pace, right? He's got nice passing though, 88. He's 6 foot tall, but medium low work rates. He's going to be a pretty lazy player on the pitch. He's got a nice weak foot, and skill moves is 3-star. But yeah, I don't expect this guy to be very popular. I think he is a Spain international, or not Spain international, but he's got the Spanish kind of flag link. But I don't expect many players to use him. Nemanja Matic, 56 pace. I mean, it's a tad on the slow side, but the rest of his card looks nice. Nice, well-rounded. 6'4", medium high. That medium high is great for a CDM. I mean, that kind of counteracts his pace a bit, because you want to place Matic next to a player or around players who have got a bit of speed, and he'll just basically sit there in front of the back line and try and sweep up and intercept those through balls the opposition might, or those balls into the striker, which opposition might be looking to play. So 3-star weak foot and 3-star skills. I do think this card is definitely usable at the start of the game, but as the game progresses, even if he gets a team of the season or whatever, I think as the better cards start to come out, his pace is going to hinder him from getting in better teams. Douglas Costa, 86 rated, 95 pace is electric. I mean, that's faster than Raheem Sterling, who's the fastest player I've seen so far, on 93. So it's got 75 shot with a 3-star weak foot is not that good, but his dribbling at 91 is insane, because it means he's fast, and when he's got the ball at his feet, you'll be able to move around with him nice and quickly. Physical at 65 is pretty low, and his passing at 81 is pretty standard. High medium work rate, which is good, and skill moves 5-star. I'm pretty sure he was 4-star last year, so he's got a nice upgrade there. Should be a fun card to use, and we'll be able to do some sick moves with him now being 5-star. So that's like a fun card. I wouldn't mind trying that one. Aspilicueta, central defender. He's basically been playing right back, hasn't he, for Chelsea this season? So I'm surprised he's still kept the central defender card. But 76 pace for a central defender is really, really good. Obviously got the Spain link and the Chelsea link, and all the Chelsea Premier League links, so I expect him to be a pretty expensive player. He's got really good defending, decent physical, passing and dribbling. 5'10", not the biggest for a central defender, but he's the kind of defender that you use if you like having the ball. You can use his extra passing ability compared to most central defenders. His weak foot's 3-star, and skill moves 2-star, which is both fine. Naldo, 63 pace. It's a bit slow, isn't it? But he's 6'6", so he's going to win absolutely everything in the air. He's defending at 87 is very good, so hopefully he's good at interceptions and tackling. The 4-star weak foot is nice, which means that if you have got two right foot central defenders, you can play him on the left, no problem. He's obviously competing against players like Boateng or Hummels for that spot in your Bundesliga central defenders spot. I think he's worth giving a go and see if you like him. Fernandinho, 86 rated. I think this looks like a really nice card for the start of FIFA. His pace is 67, which is not... You would want him to be, early 70s to mid 70s, but once again, he's got that medium-high work rate, so you want to play him with someone who's going to, push forward or have a bit more speed. So his pace isn't necessarily a bad thing, because he makes up for it with the rest of his game being so well-rounded. He's 5'10", which is okay, and he's got a 4-star weak foot, which is nice, and 3-star skills is fine. I expect this card to be used a lot, actually, at the start of the game, because he's Manchester City and Brazilian, and he's going to get strong links to players like De Bruyne, Jesus, Aguero, Sane, Mahrez, all the Man City players that people are going to want to use. So, and he also got the Brazilian link, which is always favourable. Pjanic, he's got really good passing and dribbling, hasn't he? 5'10", medium, 4-star weak foot. It looks like a solid card. I think this card could be used a bit, actually, at the start of the game, because of that Juventus link once again. I mean, you could have Pjanic, Alexandro, and Benatia as you'll get 3 strong links just from early on in this video, which wouldn't be a bad 3 to start FIFA 19, would it? So yeah, I think he'll be a decent card if he can get that pace up a bit with some informs. I think he'll be a very usable card. And Leroy Sané, he's got the 95 pace, the same as Douglas Costa, which is the fastest I've seen so far in this game. 81 shot. We all know that Leroy Sané has got a really, really nice left foot. Dribbling 86, which is really good as well. Physical 70 and passing 78. Yep, they're both okay. He's got 6 foot tall, which is what I like about Sané. He does actually win those headers at the back post, which some other wingers aren't able to do because they're generally smaller. 3-star weak foot is a bit off-putting. I know it's the same as FIFA 18, but that was what kind of let him down a bit. And skill moves 4-star, which is actually an upgrade, isn't it? He was 3-star in FIFA 18, so that's really good actually to upgrade his skills. So yeah, I think this card will be used a lot at the start of the game. He hasn't had the best start to the season in real life, so I'm not sure how he's going to go inform wise or team with the season wise, but yeah, this will be a popular card at the start for sure. Bonucci, another Juventus defender actually. 61 pace, is a bit slower than Benatia, who we saw before. 87 defending, 80 physical, low high, 6'3". I mean, if I had to choose between him and Benatia, I would go for Benatia just purely because that 70 pace, I mean, it just overrides the other stats on the card. You don't want to have strikers running in behind your defence because your defence is too slow. But this does look like a good card. If he's cheap, I'm not sure how the prices are going to be yet. But if he is cheaper than Benatia by a decent amount, he might be a good option to go for. Boateng, he's dropped, hasn't he, from last year? He was 88, so yeah, he didn't have the best season last year, and I watched him in the World Cup and he was terrible. So that's probably why his rating has dropped. 73 pace though is still good for a central defender. Defending stats, physical stats and passing are all good. 6'4", he's going to win those headers. 4-star weak foot, really nice again, which means you can play him on the left hand side of central defence if you've got 2 right footers. I still expect him to be used a lot actually because he's still a Bayern Munich player, still a German player, and still got a good rating at 86. So even though he's dropped a bit, if he can play well this season, there's still plenty of room to grow in that card to make it an absolute beast. Muller, 86. He's got the nice high work rates, the 4-star weak foot, 6'1" as well, which is always nice. But yeah, looking here, his stats just don't look great. He's quite well rounded, but 74 pace, 78 dribbling, 71 physical. It's all a bit like meh. It's just nothing stands out at you like, oh, I want to do this with this card. Like 83 shooting, 80 passing. It's just meh. I don't think he'll be a that popular player. So, but yeah, once again, he has got the German and the Bayern Munich link, so he could come in handy. Edison, this looks like a nice card, doesn't it? 85 diving, 87 reflex, 80 handling, got good speed as well for a goalkeeper at 64. Kicking, we all know how good he is at kicking for Man City. Always setting up attacks from the back, 6'2". But yeah, once again with the goalkeepers, it all comes down to that leg saving trait. If that's a big factor again in FIFA 2019, like it was in FIFA 2018. But yeah, I mean, the start of the game, I think will be a popular pick. But yeah, I'm not sure with keepers. It all depends on that leg trait. Roberto Firmino. Now this is a really, really nice card. I like the look of this. He's gone up from 84 or 85 last year to 86. He's got His card's just all well round. I mean, you could play this guy anywhere between centre mid to striker because he's got 77 pace, which leads me to think he's more of a, like it says here, a centre forward or a cam rather than an actual striker. Because he's just not quite fast enough to get in behind and stretch teams. But 83 shooting, 80 passing, 86 dribbling, 78 physical. He's just a great all-round card. With 5'11's a good height, high work rates. He's going to put in a shift for the team. And 4-star, really, really good. He'll be a very, very popular player, I think, this FIFA. And playing for Liverpool with that front three of Mane, Firmino and Salah, I think he'll probably get an inform. And he's always got a chance at Team of the Season if he can bang in a few goals. So he's definitely a card to watch. Verratti, Italian, Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, this guy is a good player in real life, but he's just not a FIFA player. He's just too slow, too weak, and hasn't got a shot. His passing and dribbling is good, and his defending is solid, but there's no point having good defensive stats when you're 5'5", because he's just going to lose all those 50-50 headers. It's going to really, really frustrate you. His medium high, though, is nice, which means he'll sit back, but there's a lot better players than him who can do that job. Although his 4-star is what he does have as an advantage over some of those players. But personally, I think height, physical and pace is more important than having like an extra star on weak foot and skills, for example. So yeah, I don't expect him to be that popular. Otamendi, pace of 60, defending 86, physical 80, height 6 foot, high. It's a solid card, but he's not one of the better cards in the EPL. If you compare him to Van Dijk or someone like that, he looks like a lot better card to me. Even though Van Dijk was only rated 85, which seems a bit strange. But he has got the Man City link, which might come in handy for some people if you want, 3 Man City players in that kind of triangle. But yeah, I think he'll get used at the start of the game. But as the game goes on, I think his pace and that will let him down, even if he gets an inform or Team of the Season, which I don't think he'll get this year, actually, because there's just a lot of competition at Man City at centre back with John Stones and Laporte, Company, and also other defenders playing well in the Premier League. It's going to be hard for him to get game time and be the best in the league. Thiago, Spanish, Bayern Munich. Once again, he's got really good passing, really good dribbling, 5-star skill moves, which is that'll be fun. But once again, his height at 5'9", medium work rates is meh, and his physical is really, really low. So I'm not really. He's one of those cards that you can only probably really play in central midfield. He's not really a cam. He's not a defensive mid. So I don't expect him to be that popular in FIFA 19. And finally, Mesut Ozil, German Arsenal player. 86 passing, 84 dribbling, as you'd expect, as he is known as the assist master. Yeah, that 73 shot with a 2-star weak foot is basically going to make his weak foot almost unplayable to shoot with, because that shooting isn't great to start with. But the 4-star skills is nice. Medium low, he's going to be very, very lazy on the pitch. 5'11". I don't expect this guy to be a popular player, and the way he started the season, he's not going to get many informs or a Team of the Season either. So he might be a card to use for the first couple of weeks if you're a fan of the player, but as the game progresses, I don't expect him to feature too much. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like or subscribe. I really appreciate it. And if you got any comments or thoughts about who might be in the next lot or my evaluation of these players, do drop a comment. I enjoy reading them all, and I'll reply to all the ones that I can. And I'll see you next time.